Hi, hello. So I'm going to be doing a quick rundown of a website that I came across in a Facebook group for local businesses. They've recently launched this site as a way to move away from Etsy to save a little bit on the transaction fees, but also to control a bit more of their own branding, which is fantastic. So I'm going to quickly run through and point out a few things that can be enhanced or improved to better perform. So the first thing is on their homepage, they have this beautiful graphic with an enter button, which looks very nice. Unfortunately, these sorts of things are not very effective, and Google does not like landing pages. They want to see content on the first page, they want value on the first page, and they want to be able to read, as in words, so that they can then match that up with search. And so as you click into the inner page here, you find yourself, again, a very beautiful picture of what I presume is her family and some navigation options, but no actual text. So really we've got two landing pages before anything happens. This page could be really enhanced with a message sitting over the top of this text, and then some text below about their business, about who they are, and then some options, perhaps ways to jump off and do one thing or do another thing. And so that would give you a full home page that has true value right on the front. It also is useful because people might not know what resources are or what Come See Us is referring to. I think that refers to craft fairs or Wood Wizard, which sounds interesting, but probably not what I think. So those are a few quick things on the homepage. One thing I will note is that when I click on reviews, it takes me out to Etsy. Now, I know they're going to maintain their Etsy page for the marketplace, which makes sense, and they're cross-promoting back and forth. But if they're going to collect reviews, it doesn't make sense to kick people back over to Etsy where they may very well wander off and buy from someone else. So collecting reviews and showing them off on their own website would actually be a nice enhancement to their current process. Coming back in here, let's take a quick look around. Alright, so I clicked into resources, and it tells me a little bit about why cutting boards are superior and all of these sorts of things, which is fantastic. I wouldn't tend to think of this as resources, maybe facts or things to know or whatnot that can provide more information about our products, or why would, right? Something very on point could be useful. And this is a common thing that we see as you look. This looks to be very useful information. I like that they're pulling out bold. That helps with scannability, and they use some headers here, which is very nice. I always recommend using narrow columns, as in not going any wider than about 700, 750 pixels, because the eye just does not want to travel that far. Think about a book. How wide is a book? That's about what your eyes really want to experience. So as we look into their shop, they clearly have some great work, very beautiful stuff, very creative. And as I click into each product, I like seeing that they all have their own pages, all of that. Again, this is a chance for you to really rank with Google. This sort of thing, if you have a description of what's here, and yes, it's basic and it's custom and all those things, but if you can add a description, the size, what it's made out of, how it's finished, I mean, any of the things that people might want to hear about with the story, that's going to help you rank higher on Google. It's more for Google to grab onto and to utilize. Alright, so the last thing I'll show is this Wood Wizards page, which is basically a gallery or portfolio of sorts from what I can tell. Again, very nice. Lacks text, and this is a visual product, so you don't want to overdo it with text, but you would like to have a little description about the sorts of projects, maybe how long they take, that sort of thing. And then when I click into an individual item, right now this is a nice image, but there's nothing for Google to see. And so when Google reads this page, they don't really know what they're looking at. So adding text on the page can really make it more compelling and more useful for Google to bring traffic. So as you're sharing to social media and you get traffic back, you want them to be able to share again. You want Google to be able to find it. And this business also looks like one that would be fantastic to create a newsletter. See our latest creations. We'll send out a monthly newsletter, that sort of thing. And that is something you can completely control regardless of what's going on with Facebook's algorithm. So that's our quick rundown. Handful of items there that you can take and improve upon, and you can apply to your own website as you work on it and think about how do you make it more effective at converting visitors, better at Google, attracting people through Google, that sort of thing. Thanks so much.